Hey, how's it going? This is Tim Ward with Guard Digital Marketing. So I got that video coming to you as promised with a few simple tips and tricks you guys can use to gain some more presence online. All right, so you can see I have your guys' homepage pulled up, which we will dive into a little bit in just a second. So I always like to pull up a Google page, and let's say I was living in Kansas City, Kansas, where you guys are located at. I'm sure you guys even do work on the Missouri side too, so I could have done either. But I chose Kansas for the sake of the video here. Now, the first thing we're always going to see are some ads. Now, the ads we're seeing are the Google guaranteed, so trusted and verified, and even local companies in the area. Now, these will convert fairly highly because these are the ones obviously paying to be right up front and center and get all the exposure. Now, if you come past those, we're going to be seeing the Google Map Pack, right? So the Google business profiles that are ranking for this area and this service. It is very crucial to be within this, as most people are going to stick to here and on the first page, because this is, you could even consider this its own little first page as well, because you'll get 30 to even possibly 50% of your entire traffic, whether it be a phone call or a click to the website, through this Google Map Pack. So the Google business profile that you guys have should be optimized to the full extent. As you can see, the amount of reviews and the ratings, everything of that nature, pictures that are geolocated to Kansas City, so on and so forth. Okay. Now, if you go down further, we're obviously going to pass the ads and the map pack. We're going to get into the organic listings. So we do see a few directories, Angie, Yelp, Better Business Bureau, Home Advisor. Now we're also going to see a few companies listing on this first page here. So we have Easton, Premier, Christian Brothers, and Pyramid, right? So I went ahead and, for the sake of this video, I clicked on Easton, so I have them pulled up, and we'll throw them into a program just like you guys and kind of see the comparison there. All right. Now, here's your guys' homepage again. So I got this pulled up, and let's take a quick little look at it. Now, the reason I'm normally looking at home pages is because Google has a little sweet spot for the amount of content you should have on your home page. Okay, and that should be 1,500 to 2,000 words of content on the home page. And then a rule of thumb within that is for every 150 to 200 words, have a buyer intent keyword like I threw into Google here, right? Roofing Kansas City, Kansas, you could type, Kansas out, or it could be KS. Roofer, Kansas City, Kansas, any type of variation is a buyer intent keyword. And I'm not really seeing any of that right up front here. So that's definitely the first thing to do, without a doubt, would be to optimize this home page. Make sure we're having that 1,500 to 2,000 words of content with the keywords embedded within it, okay? And that'll start ranking you guys for those keywords of the buyers in your area of your services, so you can start obviously converting them into paying customers, right? Now, let's do something here. I threw your guys' URL into this program that I use called Ahrefs. It's a paid program. And it's going to give me a quick little dashboard of the overall, rankings and health of your website. Okay. So first numbers you're going to see are a DR and a UR. Now these are ratings from Google on, first, your entire domain or website, and secondly, your home page as it sits alone. Okay. So as you can see, relatively, these numbers out of 100 scale are fairly low, but they're not all that bad. Once you get into the 30s and 40s, that's when Google really starts trusting you and will rank you for all the keywords you guys are ranking for, which as of right now is currently right around 230 keywords within Google you are ranking for, okay? Now, obviously, I can dive into these numbers and get deeper into it, see which exact keywords you're ranking for and on what page of Google, so on and so forth. For the sake of video, I won't, to keep it short, right? Now, how do you start ranking for keywords and building up these ratings? Is obviously through trust in Google, okay? And how do you do that? Building backlinks through your referring domains, okay? Now, what I can say about these is not all of them are the same, right? So some are going to be of higher quality and of higher relevance to your guys' niche of roofing and construction. So you want to make sure when you're building these out that they are of high quality and will bring trust within Google, because Google's a popularity contest. Same as even if I were to, refer you specifically to a roofing company, to do work for you, I would want to make sure that I would trust them first. So they've done work for me and they do good work and I trust them. Or I know somebody that they've done work for, right? So again, it's kind of saving face on my name. That's how Google looks at it too. We're going to refer somebody to you that we know does good work and we trust them already, right? So you need to build trust with Google for them to rank you. So all this together looks like you guys are getting about 110 people coming into the website organically every month. And then you guys have some paid traffic as well. Okay. For the sake of video, again, I'm going to stick to the organic traffic. All right. Now let's go ahead and dive into Easton's homepage here. As you can see, to try to throw a nice video in here, it's a little grainy. It might be better on the mobile phone. Let's see what else they have going on here. Content-wise is really what I'm looking for. As you can see, not really any content on their homepage either, which in my eyes means, okay, these guys would be fairly easy to outrank on Google for these different keywords. Now, let's go ahead and throw them into the same program, right? So you can see their domain ranking is actually quite a bit lower than your guys's, but the homepage is ranking about the same. So Google has trust within the homepage of your guys' domains about the same, right? Now look at how many backlinks they have within the referring domains. What this is telling me is that, the amount of backlinks they have, like I said, not all of them are the same. They have some pretty spammy and of no quality backlinks. Otherwise, they would be ranking or getting ranks from Google much higher than this. Because with this many backlinks, you should be building a lot of trust with Google, and especially you want to, so compare these referring domains within these backlinks. So there are almost 6,000 backlinks within 90 different websites, right? They also need to spread this out and gain more popularity from a bunch of different websites that are of relevance to roofing. And their ratings would definitely be ranking up much higher. Now, their keywords, they have the dreaded number amount of keywords here. I don't even like saying it. So over 600 keywords that they're ranking for within Google. Now, with all that being said, they're bringing in about 400, almost 50, or not 400, 500 and almost 50 people coming into a website every month organically, right? So even with the numbers that they have that are obviously very achievable and attainable to beat, and even with some of these ratings being that low, we can see they're ranking for keywords that are these buyer intent keywords, which are definitely the keywords you want to make sure you are ranking for, because you don't just want somebody coming in and to get some generic information about roofing from your website. Preferably, you would want somebody coming in there looking to get work done within the areas that you guys serve, right? Because that's gonna bring in the most amount of convertible clientele to your guys' doorstep. So that's the kind of the traffic you're missing out on. So you guys are about 110. They're about 550. And then let's even take down the person lowest here on the home page. So let's try Pyramid, and let's throw them in here real quick and see what their traffic is looking like. Okay, so here you go. As you can see, their DR and UR, the amount of backlinks and referring domains. So this is telling me that these backlinks are of higher quality, especially if they're ranking like this. So he's almost up into a 30, and you can see the amount of traffic, right? Over 3,000 people coming into the website every month. Okay, so this is the stuff you're missing out on if you aren't doing this correctly, right? And I'm sure you want this to be able to grow the business. So again, it's not like these are hard to beat. Definitely not. Super easy to obtain and achieve. It's just going to take a little bit and some effort. So I think overall that'll give you a few simple things you guys can work on as a company to get that presence up into Google and bringing in that organic traffic. So I do hope you enjoyed the video, that you learned something from it, maybe a thing or two, and maybe some information went right over your head. Of course, then reach out to me. I'd love to hear some feedback too on if this did help you out. So once again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I do really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to watch it. And again, you can feel free to reach out to me, whether it be a phone call, a text, or an email. Thanks.